Today's guests are Major League DJz, twin brothers Bandile and Banele Mebere, who continue to redefine the sound of Afro House and Afro Tech on a world stage. Hailing from South Africa, Major League DJz have become one of the most influential forces in dance music, blending deep African rhythms, soulful grooves, and cutting-edge electronic sounds into a movement that's captivated audiences across the globe. From pioneering the Amapiano wave internationally to selling out venues from Johannesburg to London, New York, and beyond, the twins have built a reputation for pushing boundaries while staying deeply connected to their roots. This summer, they're bringing that unmistakable energy to their residency at Chinois Ibiza, where they'll be curating unforgettable nights featuring some of the most exciting names in Afro House, Afro Tech, and electronic music. Their new residency, Echoes of Tomorrow, is a bold celebration of African electronic music, bringing together world-class guests and showcasing the sounds and culture that have made Major League DJz global ambassadors for the movement. That same spirit of discovery and community extends to Untitled Audio, a platform the duo are deeply passionate about. Originally launched as a live stream mix series celebrating their love for Afro House and Afro Tech, Untitled Audio has since evolved into a record label and creative platform dedicated to discovering new music and championing emerging talent, giving up-and-coming dance music producers an opportunity to release their music, while the platform also extends into live events that bring artists and audiences together. From Coachella and Tomorrowland to their hugely influential Balcony Mix Africa platform, Bandile and Banele continue to connect audiences worldwide through music, culture, and community.
Hi everybody and welcome to Ibiza Global Podcast. I'm Tommy V, I'm your host, and today's guest, it's a DJ duo. They are they're twins. They come from Johannesburg, from South Africa, bringing all the, how can I say, I want to be large in the definition of the sound. I would say African dance music.
100%.
100%. So please welcome the Major League DJz. How you doing, guys?
I'm all right.
Okay, let's go for the name. Bandile and Banele Mbere.
Correct.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
man, you get it so correct. It's good.
Thank
I
you.
know it's not easy for other people to say it all the time, but yeah, you got it correct.
It's not that hard. It's not that
I
hard.
know it's not that hard, but you
the
know
thing
people
is that
don't
you
like.
don't want to do mistakes. I want to be perfect.
Don't want to be correct.
So a little intro. You're from Johannesburg, but let's start from that. Let's start from the very beginning because I think
Okay.
it's fundamental to explain the roots.
Correct.
And the roots for a DJ, for an artist, are, to me, it's the basic foundation of the style and of the feelings. You were born in the United States because your
100%.
father was an activist.
Correct.
In the period of the apartheid, this very sad period of the apartheid in South Africa, and you have to leave to the United States. This gave you you were born there
Yes,
to move
yes.
after when Mandela was free. You got back to Johannesburg, correct?
100%.
Exactly. But I read, because I went deep in your biography, I read that your father was a big activist, a big guy with
Yes,
strong connection with all the African artists that had to leave their own country to the United States. And so you grew up in a special mood with artists like that I love, like Miriam Makeba, to name just one, for example.
100%. Kaifa Semenya.
Yeah, exactly.
Hugh Masekela.
Exactly.
guys.
And how was it, and how do you think this mix between these deep African roots from huge artists, I can tell you huge artists, was worldwide huge artists, not only Africa, because Miriam Makeba was
100%.
famous everywhere. I'm Italian. She was huge. I got the records. My
100%.
parents had the records from Miriam Makeba.
Wow.
You know,
That's
yeah, and
wow.
my mother has a statue.
Oh,
My
that's
mother has a
crazy.
statue of Miriam Makeba.
That's amazing.
She still has it, yeah. So how it was growing in the United States with the black music,
100%.
but the United States one, and this African, very culturated, stylish music. Is
Yeah.
this really
I
the
think-
thing that,
I think that's what's happening now with African music.
It's going back to where it was.
Where it was, I think, African jazz music blew up in America, and that's when the likes of Hugh Masekela, your Miriam Makebas, and Kaifa Semenya that likes blew up in America. Uncle Hugh used to live in Beverly Hills, in the heart of Beverly Hills. He had a house there. So, this is that era. I think this is that era where Africa shines again, where music is shown in a South African. I wouldn't say Africa as a South Africa as a whole, but Africa at large, that shows their music. Also what's it? Fela Kuti. Fela Kuti was also big. So I think it's just a time where eyes are on Africans again.
Also Harry Belafonte. There was a lot of people that took influences from.
So like for us, music is a very big thing. Our father was a pianist, and that's how he knew everybody and how he was around them. As much as he was a politician and in politics, but his first love was music. He made us like music. We were forced to learn piano from grade 1, like how to play the piano and everything and notes. So
we were interested in sports. We didn't even know we were going to be in music. I thought I was going to do something in sports.
But everybody say that Africa is the next big thing.
I would say Africa is the next big thing, but I just think people like the African rhythm. I think Africa comes with their own rhythm, and I think that's why it's influencing a lot of different type of genres now, different types of music, and then they say that's Afro. So... yeah,
you remember that old sample that was very used into the house music in the beginning. It began in Africa.
Yes,
you remember that? Even Chemical Brothers.
In the beginning.
Yes, you see. So I just think it's just growth and
the rhythm.
And people just like the rhythm. After I think lockdown also opened up a lot of eyes for like a lot of people across the world. It was a reset for a lot of people, and people just wanted to just dig more for music, dig more for their like inner souls, and that's why the genres are blowing up like this. African genres are blowing up like this.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen, let's get into the music, because I want you, please, as I told you before, I want you please to explain some differences between the genres, because most of the people, they call Afro mostly everything that it's
coming out of Africa.
Everything that comes out of Africa, and there's a bit of a drum.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever there's a bit of this is Afro. Okay, maybe, but still. Redefine. Let's talk about, for example, the difference between Afro house, what the people call Afro house, because then the definition of a genre is another big thing, because everybody calls it its own way. But and the difference between Afro house and Amapiano, for example.
Amapiano is like broken. I would say broken beats. It's like a slower house music song. Like BPM is probably like 112.
Okay.
And
so it's slower.
It's much slower. It's more of a lounge. So you play it in like lounges, coffee stores.
Right.
It's a genre that blew up during lockdown. Blew up pretty well across the world, especially in the diaspora of the African diaspora across the world. It has a lock drum to it. There's a lock drum that there's a famous guy called Dutrap made on Fruity Loops, which now they use in the song.
Yeah.
They use it all over, but they also use it now on Afro house, Afro,
But on the production side, there's something that it's really different between the genres. I think in Amapiano, there's the bass doing the kick.
Yes,
right?
yes. And that's what I'm saying, the log drum. The log drum,
right.
Log drum is that's the one they like using. But now they also use it in Afro house.
Yeah, and it's very...
it's very... Rampa likes using it.
It's very
Rampa
mixed
likes
up.
Yeah,
so let's go to
so with that, it's more loungy. It's not up tempo. It's not close to the heartbeat. It's very hard for it to work in an island of dance music like Ibiza,
right?
Because it's not up tempo. Here it's more alcohol based. Here it's more drug based. So I don't think it's just a big difference.
Daytime, nighttime.
Yes,
the mood.
Yes, so it's more lounge. You're working. Or you're at a coffee store. That's what Amapiano is more.
So let's
Afro house is more house music, but with the Afro feel to it.
Exactly. So let's go straight to the point, because you took me there. It was supposed to be later, this question. It was supposed to be later, but you took me there. But it's very nice. I like it better like this way. This way we talk.
Yes.
So what are you gonna take? These two guys gonna have their own night. We didn't say it till now.
Yes.
They said it before, but I didn't say it personally. They're going to have their own night at Chinois this year.
Yes.
They're going to start their own night, which is Echoes
Echoes of Tomorrow.
Echoes of Tomorrow.
Yes.
So, considering what you just said about the rhythm, the night, the island, Ibiza, the alcohol, the energy, the mood, what can we expect musically talking? What's going to be your propose for this one night you're doing?
So the nights we're doing every Friday at Chinois, we're doing dance music, we're doing Afro house, we're doing Afro tech, but with a lot of African melodies and a lot of African rhythms in our way of doing it. So we make it palatable for Ibiza.
Okay, so
Yes.
you prepare.
So, yes, you make it palatable for Ibiza. So, but you will see that you will hear the difference between us and the rest of the people.
Which is going to be much different from the balcony things
Yes,
you used to
yes,
do.
yes,
Let's
yes.
talk about the balcony.
So balcony
balcony.
mix blew up during
Was
lockdown.
huge, was
Yes, it was huge. Blew up during lockdown. That's what I was saying. Our piano blew up during lockdown. We used to drop a mix every Friday, and I believe during lockdown a lot of people closed down and were like searching for something else. I think a lot of people thought the world was coming to an end.
Yeah.
So I think they were more open-minded to a lot of things. It was like a resetting period where you're like more open to a lot of things. And I
They
think
had a lot of time,
yes,
right? They
a
had
lot of time on
of
your
time
hands, so you could listen to a
to
lot
explore.
of playlists, a lot of different music. And I think that's when Amapiano blew up, and also it was more relaxed. Like
I agree.
No one was like.
Yeah, not
It was-
stressed because of the life of
Yes.
they were not that busy.
Yeah,
They
so,
were not so.
so the
it's
music
more
they
in
were
the-
consuming was more of like Amapiano feel where you in
More
your
in a
house.
lounge in the house.
Yeah, so that's how
Yeah,
the
yeah, I agree,
balcony
I agree.
mix blew
Slow
up.
down
Our
energy.
mixes blew up across the world. It's quite crazy. You walk into airports and stuff, and they're like, "Yo, you guys, the Buccaneers." I'm like, "No, we Major League." I'm like, "No, you guys are mix. I watch every Friday." I'm like, "Okay, I get it." So I think that's what happened, and it blew up very, very fast. Very quick. We didn't even know it was that big until the gates, until lockdown was unlocked, and we're like, "Oh, now we're here in London."
You didn't realize at the time, right?
No, we didn't.
You were doing
realize.
your own thing.
Just
and
do your
then-
own thing. Just keep going. You just see comments. You just see the YouTube views are big, but like.
We didn't know it had that much impact until lockdown came to an end and we started traveling the world.
They start calling you.
100%.
So
Wow.
so that's what happened, with us during that period. It was quite crazy. Wow. Amazing.
But then a lot of things happened. You play at Quasella. You played at Tomorrowland.
Yo,
you-
we played with that sound. We tried a lot of things. We even
We tried to
played
make it
palatable. We even played at
to a lot of different festivals.
DC10 for Antonio. Like even Antonio, I know him very well till this day. We tried a lot of things with it, and like I'm saying, the BPM is too low for. I even think Afro House BPM is low for certain clubs and
Yeah.
spaces here, where you have to take up the BPM to like a 126, 125.
Yeah,
so it's
especially
palatable
to
for
what
the,
122.
we've been used to.
yes.
That's to reach a point. You gotta help people to understand it and to get into it.
100%.
And then-
So you have to do a step.
Yeah, so you can't
Forward to them
you can't
to take
surprise. You don't want to surprise them. And like, what are these guys? You always have to be like, oh, this is nice. This is nice.
This is groovy.
Yes. Then they get used to it. So big shout out to like Black Coffee and those who came before us, because they've really done it and really taken it to the next level. What's crazy? Uncle used to talk about a guy called Black Coffee Nati. He's one of our big mentors, our big brother. Our parents are actually best friends, our mothers. But he made it palatable, He opened a lot of doors in spaces where he'll be playing. Like we go to shows where he's playing
Yeah, for
just
sure.
before Skrillex,
Yeah.
and Skrillex is playing at a BPM at like 128, and he's coming at 122. It's
Yeah,
like,
but with different sounds.
yes, it's different. But I'm
Sound
just saying,
is
like,
much different.
but it's different energies.
Yeah, different energy. Yeah.
So the crowd needs to understand that, okay, these guys play like this.
Right. Yeah.
So
I agree.
you really have to get that big, or you have to be that known to do that. But if you're just a DJ that they starting to know, it's like guys, but we're on this energy. Why are you taking us this way? You understand? So I put my hands up for guys like him who have done it, because they've made it easier for like us to come onto the island.
For sure. Listen, you are twin brothers. They say a lot of things about twin brothers. Telepathic. One gets sick, goes to the other. One is in another part of the world. I got friends that are twins that they tell me, I gotta call my sister because I have two sisters. I have to call my sister because I don't feel very comfortable. Maybe she has a problem or something. But okay, first of all, is it true? And this is the real question. How it worked for two guys like you when you started DJing together and doing things like this, like artistical together? How it was? How did you start doing things? How did you approach the DJ thing together? Because it's not normal.
I just think I think it's abnormal for other people, but it's quite normal for us, because it's just a day-to-day, step-by-step, saying, what do you think about this? He asks another question, what do you think about this, and just sharing ideas all the time.
And he loves to be around me.
And and just trying to understand, how do we break into this? It's always better to have two minds than one mind.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
But you agree always?
We don't always agree.
No, we're always fighting.
We disagree a lot of times.
Okay.
But that's also fine, because that helps growth, that helps understanding, that helps learning more as well.
Right.
But just in general, sharing ideas, I don't think anyone will understand that. And the other thing with the if your twin is on the other side of the world and you feel like something's wrong, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's real, because I think being with someone for your whole life, you maybe understand energies, and I think that could happen to people who are not even twins themselves. If you grew up with someone, if you grew up with someone, it's like a mother and daughter. If they grew up with each other for so long, and maybe the first year the daughter leaves because now she's all grown up, she's in her own house, the mother will feel a type of way like, maybe there's something wrong, and maybe there is something wrong.
So you're not telepathic.
Yeah, I think it's just a mood thing. Like this guy normally calls me at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Now it's 11.
Yes.
Why hasn't he called me?
It's just a routine thing, It's just more of a routine thing.
Just growing together.
100%.
But you started in the clubs. You started with private parties, right?
Yes,
Friends parties.
So
things like that.
So we started throwing our own parties, and then DJs would be late, and then we started
DJing at our own parties because DJs are late. Just filling in at your own events, but we are like party promoters more than anything else.
In Johannesburg, right?
Yeah, that's how we actually got our footprint in as well, throwing parties. Like, who are those twins? Like, we've always been like those twins in high school. Who are those guys? Those guys are so cool. Like, what are those guys? Those guys
So you
look the
started
same.
high school period, 14,
High school,
15,
high school,
15,
13,
High school
16.
house parties, high school.
High school.
Like when my mom would go away, we just throw some party, make some money.
12, 13 years old, we're throwing crazy
Then we go. Then she comes back and we're like, oh, what do you need? Like, how do you get this money?
doing promo work as well. When other artists come, going hand out flyers, propose to do after parties for concerts.
Oh, wow,
we did
nice.
after parties for a lot of international acts coming to South Africa as well. So
Nice. And this kind of experience is going to help you for sure.
100%.
Definitely.
Yeah. In organizing like this
That's
one
why
night you're doing here in
That's why we
Ibiza.
decided to stay
100%.
on the island for the whole summer.
That you decided to stay here, right?
Yeah, on the island, so we can understand how people think, understand how people move. Also, for people to see us, get to know us. We want the normal person to know us.
Are you going out?
Yeah, we go out, like, almost every day. We go to the gyms. We in the gym, so we everywhere.
Okay, listen. I'll give you a question that was not written, but let me see if you like it. You're going out. You're staying in Ibiza. Who would you collaborate with? Not Afro. Who
do I look at?
Who got your interest more? Who did you go and listen and see and say, oh wow, this I didn't know, and I like it. If there's somebody, maybe there's nobody.
There's a few.
I think I've listened to so many people.
I've listened to all of them.
Attention so much.
But like people that I like doing things like what Jimmy Jones is doing, like Paradise.
You like it?
I like it. I like Thing's story, like John Summit's story.
Okay.
Who else is like Marco Carlos, I also think he's too much.
You like Marco?
Yeah. I like his vibe. I like the OG too. Carl Clarks, I think he's done amazing well. His story is amazing. He's actually watched this island come together from when it started popping off. His story is amazing.
So as you told me before, you're very, very open-minded to every genre.
100%. I look at
and
it.
You feel like you want to contaminate.
This whole week
right?
I've been
You
thinking
wanna-
like, how do we make like
the next.
Yeah, like how do you create African techno?
Yeah.
What do African techno sound like? Or Afro techno?
In fact, one of my questions was, how do you think is gonna be in the next years the evolution of Afro movement or African dance music? Which direction you think, or you wish, or you wanna personally take
Like
it
my
to?
personal brand, I was thinking like, how do you do like African techno? What would that sound like? Like a sub pocket under techno. How do we create that lane so you can be in spaces like that and create your own following?
Like how do you play before Carl Clarks, but at his BPM, but still African? You understand?
I do.
Or
very well.
how do you play?
I do very well.
Or how do you send him a song and he's like, "This is crazy. I'm playing it tonight." Like, those are the things
What
I
does
think
African
about.
techno sound like?
Like, those are the things I think about.
I think that techno through the genres is the one that maybe can fit more with Afro. This is my
Yes.
opinion as a DJ. Yeah, because it can be very minimal and powerful.
Yes, that's
You
true.
need sort of be minimal, I guess.
Yes,
This is
no,
my
you do,
idea.
you do.
Correct me if I'm
You
wrong,
do.
but in my mind, if I have to match a genre that can match with Afro, it's a genre has to be for of course minimal with some jazzy maybe color
100%.
and maybe drums, and will be great. Will be great. You got to do that, guys.
Yeah, so that,
gotta do
so those are the things you think about. Like, I think like that. Like, how do I like
What
yo,
is African techno sound?
yo, Uncle Carl, how do I want to send you something, like send it. And he's like, yo, I'm playing it tonight. And then when he plays it, people are like, what? This is different, but it's the same.
I'm an older guy than you, but I don't know if you probably did research. Remember, there was tribal house. back
Yes,
in the
yes,
days.
yes,
It was
yes,
tribal
yes,
house.
yes, tribal
There was
house.
a period. It was huge, especially in Miami.
Yes.
It was really very big. It was 130, 132 BPM. But the kick was loud. The drum was sample. It was. I think it's not what's going to happen again because it was very machine controlled. And in my idea of this new genre we are creating now in this podcast, in my idea,
It needs to be
the drums has to have a live feeling. There has
That's
to be
correct.
real. There has to be
Has to be more
warm.
texture,
More
warm,
everything has to
yes.
be very warm to be African. Because in my idea of African, there's a sort of warmness
That's
that surrounds me. That's what I'm
It
expecting.
mustn't be too dark, more bright,
Exactly.
more. It's actually warm. The name.
Yeah, deep, warm. You know what I
yes.
mean? Deep. Okay. Another question.
Yeah.
A funny one. We already talked before the interview. Did you see? Maybe both of you, or you? I know you saw that. I don't know if you saw that. David Guetta
Yes.
just said that in a cool way. He was not mean, but he said, I'm sick of this Afro House. I listen to Afro House everywhere. You go in the bar, you listen to Afro House. You go in the restaurant, you listen to Afro House. And then what I'm really sick, he said, is that they're covering all the music from the 80s, the 90s, and they're doing Afro versions of that. And what do you think about it? What do you Afro House is very popular now.
I think-
and everybody wanna put whatever on top on a Afro rhythm. What is your idea?
I think firstly with the sampling, I think people are just trying to
I think every genre
make
goes
things-
through that. When something gets popular,
they
You're gonna
start
sample a
sample.
lot.
So you try to bring back that feeling you had in 1992
Right.
with what's current. You know, I think they did that with every
We did that even with
EDM. They did that with EDM. They did it with every
with EDM. We did it with
there's so many
Amapiano.
remakes. They did
that
it
with house
yes.
music. We did that with deep house music.
Whatever genre it happens.
Yes,
That's
whenever
what
it
you
gets
mean.
popular, they always go back and sample it. With Afro, I think Afro is played everywhere. You know, I think people just like that warm sound. I think you hear it in coffee shops. You hear it everywhere, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it needs to evolve.
Exactly.
So what's happening to him is like it needs to evolve. It's that feeling where it's like, okay, so where are we going? Where is it going to from here?
Exactly.
Like the same way he took EDM to be the number one.
I think he did.
Billboard song in America. So he's probably thinking like, when is this Afro thing gonna get to to be a number one Billboard song in America?
Yeah, because I think it's stuck somewhere. Like how do we make it pop music?
Yeah.
Right.
Which he did himself. With EDM, he made pop songs. Him and Calvin Harris made.
I can
pop
tell
songs.
you're very focused on that anyway, because it's coming out in all the interview, and this is very nice, guys, very nice. It's coming out that you are really focused on what's next. I mean,
Yes.
how can we go further than that?
Yes.
So you're very project to the future
So, like,
of
how do you get-
African music into the electronic music culture, and this is very, very
How
good.
do you make
It's
how do you,
perfect approach
how do you
to
make
me.
it popular?
I
Like
just-
like
I
Afro House is popular amongst dance music, but how do you make it popular amongst like global music, pop music?
I always feel like how do you, because when something bubbles under, it doesn't become underground anymore. So Afro House is no more underground. So now it's reaching a plateau with the underground music. Someone needs to do something, so it takes it to the next level.
Exactly.
And it's gonna get to a plateau even on the next level to take it to the next level. It's how it works.
Like I ask myself,
I understand. You're
I
right,
ask
completely
myself, how
valid.
does an Afro House Billboard song sound like?
Number one Billboard song. So.
Yeah.
And I think the closest was Adam
I was
Port
asking
with
you. You're telling me. Yeah.
Adam Porter's
explain me
Move.
this.
I think it was Move by Adam Port.
Yeah.
You know, and that song was even big. Song was even number one on the Afro Beats chart when it was
We're
on the
not far
Billboard.
from that point. I mean,
Yeah.
we are
Also,
kind of surrounding.
also
you know?
Hugh Gal, Adore. I
Yeah.
think so. There are a few songs that are working on it. A few guys that are working on it. But it's like, how does the Afro House song top 10? How does the Afro House top 10?
Afro, you mean
Yes.
100%.
And how
This
do
is
you,
the thing.
and who's the artist on the song?
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Is an
set
African
it,
artist or
or
is
an
Yes,
American
yes.
artist, but is gonna certify it to be a number one? Like David
Like-
Guetta when he did "Girl in the World." Is it "Girl in the World" with Rihanna?
yeah. Yeah.
EDM. He took it there where it made sense. Where
Calvin Harris did with Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Sure.
they did two, in fact, with Rihanna. He
Yeah,
did. He
what-
done
what
with
you're
Kelly
saying-
Rowland.
What
He
you're
did.
saying is that Afro House is going to be big with a 100% Afro feeling, or as to contaminate with other genres to be that big.
Or maybe you
But
need
this is
a.
a question.
Or maybe you
we
need
don't have the
a.
answer
Maybe you
about
need
that.
a because those guys went EDM, Rihanna and them, but they used pop stars to make pop music.
Yeah.
So maybe you need a pop.
maybe
ne-
maybe Tyler,
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she can do it. Maybe
Yeah, you need like you need someone who's
We need a
maybe
new Miriam Makeba, maybe.
maybe Burna Boy.
maybe Taylor Swift. You have to like it's. We don't have the answers, but it's like how do you repeat that? And then it can't only be one song. It needs to be a system where it's like, you see like how Karen Harris and all of them did
Yeah,
it.
but usually-
It wasn't one song. They kept coming.
But usually it's one that opened the door.
Yes, no, one
There's
song
always-
must
there's
open.
Always, in every genre, it always happened. I'm an older guy. There's always been one song that bang,
and gives confidence
and
to the
then
other bigger artists
suddenly
to do
a
it.
couple of good ones goes straight back. And this is gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. And show your shirt
And-
because it's very funny.
And it gives
And it's a matter of Afro House versus everybody.
and it gives confidence to other artists to jump on the genre
Exactly,
as well. That's what we
exactly.
need.
Because maybe you got in your back in your hard disk, you got
Yeah.
something that you said, "Ah, this is never gonna work," And then suddenly somebody has the courage or the chance or the moment to do that. And somebody says, oh, maybe I got something that if I
actually
change the
can
kick maybe, or if I change the bass line,
Yes.
can fit on that genre, which is brand new, which is good. So we will see. Okay, I want you guys, I think we spoke. Yes, there's something else you want to say about it.
Yeah, guys, come to
Exactly, yeah, promote
come to
yourself.
Chinois. It's the Major League DJz here. First residency on the island. It's going lovely already. Going for
The third weekend this weekend. Is it this weekend? Yeah.
Yeah.
This weekend, third weekend. Amazing talent, you know.
and if you see us in Ibiza, say what's up.
Every Friday.
Yeah, we good people. We love to learn. We love to grow. And we love to build a movement. So, yeah, we one family.
How can people get connected to you?
You can catch us on our Instagram, Major League DJz, MAJORLEAGUE DJZ on all platforms.
Actually, not just Instagram, all platforms. Yeah.
TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What else?
SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud, Spotify.
Wherever.
Yes.
Wherever.
Track stack.
Thank you very much for having you here.
Thank you.
It was a very nice musical talk.
I think we
the
could
thing that
speak
I
for an
wanna go
hour.
is I want to go deeper. I don't want to ask you the same.
Yes.
Not the same question. And I think we gave a complete
Perspective.
exactly on what you are and what's your next plans. And I'm very curious. I wait for techno and
Yeah, no, that definitely. We dream a lot, so let's make these dreams come true. But I feel like this conversation could have happened like for 2 hours. I love your mind. I love the way you think, and also I like the fact that you dig deep. So yeah, thank you for the amazing interview.
thank you.
Thank you.
Major League DJz, everybody. Chinois every Friday night.
Let's go.
Cause